G'day, it's Rob here again. Well, this morning I was out driving around doing a bit of shopping, getting essentials like another slab of beer, and went to a couple of garage sales. Saturday morning is always a good time to do shopping because you driving around you often see garage sales, and I went in and a couple of them were no good. It was the usual household rubbish. The third one I came to, I actually drove straight past the sign and then I hit the brakes, went around the block, came back. Had some good stuff. I did okay, and it had the usual household stuff out the front, but when I got talking to the guy, he said, "What are you after?" And I said, "Well, tools mainly, I do metal work and that." And he said, "Oh, there's some stuff in the shed." So I went out the shed, and it was a deceased estate. The old guy had killed over, and he was a motor mechanic, and he had some stuff out there, and this was there, a mag base, and it's a Japanese one, made in Japan. It's an Archer. I think it's an Archer. I've taken it out of the box. Oh, Arch, not Archer. It's an Arch. Yeah, I have seen these before. These are a good quality one. Very well made. I mean, I've got a mag base already. I've got a couple of mag bases, but of course, well, but what price did he want? So I said, "Okay, what do you want for that?" And he said, "Oh, $5." And I said, "Yeah, it sounds good to me. A little bit of surface rust, but it'll all clean up." I got that mag base for $5. So I was pretty pleased with that. I even got, got the original box and everything, so that's good. I got that, and I said, "What else you got?" And he had a whole lot of bits and pieces there. Anyway, in amongst it was this, the vernier caliper. Rub the dirt off. I haven't cleaned any of this stuff up yet. Rub the dirt off. Mitsui Toyo stainless steel vernier caliper. I've already got a vernier caliper, a good NSK one. This one might be slightly longer. This looks like about an 8-inch. I think the other one's a 6. And it does metric and it does imperial. I said, "What do you want for that?" Not that I really needed it. I didn't really want it. And he said, "Oh, $5." And I said, "Oh yeah, that'll do. $5 for that." We're up to $10 now. And there wasn't much else there that I wanted because I had a lot of this stuff, but there were a lot of old feeler gauges there, and there's all these feeler gauges. Now these days feeler gauges aren't used much because motor mechanics use them to set the points on vehicles, and they're handy if you want to set, say, tappets on engines. I mean, you still use them for that, for setting tappets. Valve settings, but of course you have brakeless ignition now. It's all CDI. There's no points as such, so feeler gauge is a little bit sort of unwanted. But I always buy them when I see them, and even though I've got lots of them, I always buy them. Now I got all them for $1. Quite a nice set. This set. These are the cheaper ones. Even so, $1. And you think, "Well, Rob must be out of his mind. What the hell would he want all those feeler gauges for? And he's already got feeler gauges." Well, I'll show you a little trick. Okay, well, this little tip is for people with a 4-way tool holder or any sort of non-indexable tool holder like I use. I'm set in my way, so I've never had a quick change tool post holder, and I get by quite okay with just the 4-way. And other non-indexable tool holders, and they are actually more rigid than a quick change tool holder because you've got less overhang, you've got less joins. So, okay, this is the hint as to where I'm coming from. All right, well, we look in my ice cream tray here. Screw to the bench top, which has got all my shims, all my spaces for my tool post. And what do you see? You see thick ones, and you see old feeler gauge pulled apart, all old feeler gauges. So what you do is you use the shims out of feeler gauges. You use them as shims, and they go right down to 1/1000th of an inch. So you can shim up your tool post absolutely precisely with these old feeler gauges. Cost you nothing. They're way better than a bit of rough old brass, and they'll do a perfect, fantastic job. So you get them for nothing, almost, pull them apart, away you go. And if you're into making up, say, those little thermal engines, you know, what do they call them? I forget the name of them now, where they have a little flapper valve on the end, and you want the little valve to slide and bend, a very thin shim, that's a 6 thou, perfect, ideal for making up those little engine valves, and they've even got a hole in the end, so you don't even have to drill them, just cut them off to length and away you go. So there you go, that's my tip for the day. Showed you a couple of good buys, and also showed you why, if you sell filler gauges, grab them. They're great. Okay, that's it from me. See you next time. Cheers.